I'd like to ask you about the free trade agreement, any possibility of seeing such a thing between the UK and Mercosul in the future. I mean, in the near future, probably not, but how is it going? And today, what are the primary hurdles towards, what's stalling these negotiations?
So I think the post-Brexit conversations are very interesting, and the Strategic Partnership forms part of that. It's not in replace of a free trade agreement, it's just part of that process. But everything remains on the table in terms of where we could go with a Mercosul free trading arrangement. The crucial thing, though, is however that work develops, we're still doing work on reducing trade barriers, on joint certification, on making sure we share our science and technology goals. So actually, that work goes on the potential for a free trade agreement, but isn't in place of the work that's happening between the Department of Business and Trade, the Foreign Office, and then the Brazilian ministries here in Brasilia. That work is pretty much constant, because actually the key thing for me as a UK minister, working with Brazilian counterparts, is lessening the burden on business to ensure that trade can be more free-flowing, making sure we're working more broadly with partners, with businesses. You have to bear in mind we have a 200-year relationship with Brazil, and some British businesses have been here for more than 100 years. So those relationships are very deep-rooted, and what I want to see is a reduction in any of those barriers that can lead potentially to a free trade agreement, but it isn't just about that. It's about working constantly to make sure that business has every opportunity it can to expand here in Brazil, and crucially for Brazilian business to grow in the UK too.
And today, which are the main barriers that you see in trade between the UK and Brazil?
I mean, I think some of it is around the sort of shared arrangements on certification, making sure that we're able to lessen those burdens. Of course, there are going to be challenges around particular business sector investments, but actually what I see are real opportunities, particularly in the financial services sector, particularly in science and technology, particularly around what we've seen in investment with UK investment funding at the moment in aerospace. The UK is a leader in science. We're able to offer those sort of support and strategic opportunities for business here in Brazil to grow. So rather than barriers, I see lots of opportunities.